Cool. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream, but that's what's happening. Cool, cool, cool. There we go. Everything should be set up. So, hey VOD watchers. Uh, this is rare. I don't normally do this. Um, I'll probably repeat this later. This is actually a comic for 2 weeks from now. This comic comes out on the 11th, something like that. Let me have my water. Hey guys, Artie, Chip, Ryunosuke, how's it going? Hi everybody. How's my audio? I changed my setup a little bit, so I might be a little bit harder to hear. Um, but if it's fine, then we're totally cool. Uh, Ollie, okay. I'm gonna turn that thing off. There you go. There's your Ollie drawing. There you go. Ollie will never get redemption. All I told you guys, Ollie was never going to appear as the main character of a comic ever again. I cannot overstate how irrelevant to the comic he is. First Shrivel stream? Hi, don't get used to it. I don't stream often. Hydro, hi. Duncan is being extra physical is cute. I'm glad, I'm glad. Hey Proto, hi Luca. I think that was the worst Ollie I've ever seen. You're so mean. Shrivel and Starro, life is good. You know, you're allowed to do whatever you want. NB palette? My partner said the same thing. Because it's purple and yellow. I mean they're compliments. Uh this is inks, I need color. There we go. Um Long Dragon, go back to work. It's finals week, almost. Yeah. So I wanted to try to do something that was like way outside my comfort zone with this palette. Uh, so I went for something that's like super, super, super stylized and like almost exclude. I tried to stick very closely to palette, which I normally like wiggle around my palette a lot. Um, you procrastinated on 3 projects, brother. Godspeed. No, but I normally try to stick. Thank you, Roy Dragon, for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate it. 20 months, dude. That's crazy. Um, yeah, but normally I try to stay very close to my palettes that I decide, or I wiggle around them a lot. That's why like some of the color harmonies in the comics are like really bad. Uh, let me find an example. Um, here's one. Here's an example. Uh, I don't know this. I don't know if this has a color palette. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just picked colors I liked. Hey, Gaby. Um, no, but here this was supposed to be some guy. I guess. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. These were supposed to be a triadic color scheme. This was before I added the lighting, so the lighting messes everything up anyways. But it keeps it like in the same bracket, right? But you have cyan, orange, and magenta, all like coming together. Most of the magenta is in Eddie. Um, but I kind of like float around the palette. I don't really stick too closely to it, so my palettes kind of end up all over the place. Which I'm fine with. I like how it looks. And I like this a lot too because there's a little bit of a compliment in the third one. That analogous, yada 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 yada. Um, but this time I wanted to try to do something. I wanted to try to stick to a palette a lot closer. Um, I got really inspired by this piece. I can't remember the artist. Uh, they 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 have a Japanese name, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Uh, I got really inspired by this artist who just paints like these like landscapes with like these super saturated and like purple and vibrant colors. Um, and I was like, that's so cool and so hard to do. I have no idea how to do that. So I did a few studies on them for my school. And I was like, I was thinking about it because Duncan and Eddie, when I first started making the comics, was I was like in like a really bad art funk. So I was trying to push myself to I just like start like finishing art because I never finish art. I just do sketches just because I like sketching. And I don't like line art and I don't like rendering. I can render fine, but I don't like it. Um, but it was just me trying to force myself to finish art. And like force myself out of my comfort zone. So I was like, it's been a long time. Why don't I try doing that again? So here I am. Bessie's playing one of my favorite games of all time in Sherville stream. Is Ty's playing Inscription, right? I love Shervy. Oh, thanks, Gaby. Imagine using colors at all. Look, you have good art. You don't need colors to make good art. It's all about that value. The old art style still sticks out in my brain. I'm sorry, the old art style isn't coming back. I hate how the old comics look. I only render when I'm really inspired. I only render when I have to do it for school. Otherwise, I will just cell shade everything. Come say that to the art I've done recently. I'm sorry, Gaby. I only follow you on Blue Sky because I try not to follow 18 plus accounts on Twitter. So I have not been keeping up too well. It's good to see all the characters interacting at some point. That's yeah, I wanted to put a lot more character interaction between uh Kip and Duncan because we don't normally see them interact, and I thought it would be fun. I post everything I on Blue Sky. I post everything I post on Blue Sky. I gotcha. I just don't check Blue Sky as the thing. It's too much social media. At first I thought Duncan there's text. I just have it hidden right now. There's speech bubbles. But I'm gonna hide that for now. Just because I really liked how this was coming out. So I want to just color it as if the speech bubbles aren't there for now, so that I can have these as like a standalone later for maybe portfolio stuff. Duncan having the burger thought as a pyramid. I'm glad. I've come back. I've come around. I used to be so against people calling Duncan a himbo, and now I'm like, whatever. I'm just embracing it. I'm letting him be stupid again. It's like stupid, but in a way that like is stupid. You know what I mean? Originally in that comic, he was gonna say like, "Man, I'm so hungry" or something like that. But I was like, that's so much less funny. So I changed it. Also, little thing I'm trying out. Uh, I have like a rule of thumb to like basically never use pure white or pure black in my art pieces. But I'm using pure white in the cloud and pure white in the hoodie. And it looks really cool. I don't know how I'm gonna add shading to this. But it's part of the process. Why is that a different color? Their hand is the wrong color. Why is that white? Oh, it's the color of the pavement. There we go. I know this I know this looks like a mess over here. It'll be fixed when the speech bubbles are overlapping. Oh yeah, also this color palette was almost cyan and yellow and purple. Um, because I love cyan. But I accept, or I wanted to go outside my comfort zone. I almost never use purple. I don't really like purple. Um, but it looks very cool. I don't know. It feels nice to get to look at art artistically again, instead of kind of just going through the motions. I think white shoes could look nice actually. Um, no, let's go black. That's blending in with the background, but that'll be fixed in shadow, add shadow. Or I could do it right now, which I'm gonna do. I do wish this wasn't so blue, but whatever. I just look at art and go, well, that's a fair way to do stuff though. The colors are really warm. Really? I guess it's like a. These colors feel very cool to me. Because I almost always work in like oranges. Um, that's interesting to hear. Sorry, I'm not reading chat as much as I normally do because I really just want to finish this comic because it's just been sitting in my drafts for forever. Also, fun little fact: I almost never do this, but this comic isn't coming out next week. Because I have a queue now. This comic is coming out in 2 weeks, so it should come out on like the 20th, I think, something like that. The 19th, I think. So you guys are getting a really big sneak peek. My semester's wrapping up though, so hopefully I'll have time to build a little bit more of a backlog instead of kind of just because let me tell you guys, the feeling of finishing the comic the Saturday before you post it, not good. Not good. Very, very tiring. So I'm just trying to get a little bit ahead of the curve this time. There we go. Looks good. Your comics are so tasty. Thank you, I guess. I grab a pencil and things just appear. That's real. Uh, let's get his tail colors. Also, streaming and drawing at the same time is definitely lagging out my computer a bit still. But it's alright. I'm just coloring, so I don't need to be as precise with my marks. Fun fact, if you zoom into the comics, uh you can do this with like literally any comic. Um you can see so many little coloring mistakes. Like like if you zoom in, look how messy this is. You can see oh my look, you can see the old mouth here. You can see some erasing marks, some inconsistency. It's because I don't care. um there's some little things that bother me a little bit. But there's literally like thousands of those in every comic. Um and it's a product of this brush that I use that I made. Just because honestly, like half these issues would go away if I just used a brush that didn't change opacity. But for some reason, me 3 years ago thought it'd be a really cool idea if I included opacity in all my brushes so that I wouldn't be able to erase. Otherwise, I'd get little artifacts everywhere, which is why I get artifacts everywhere. Um, so here we are. I started using like a very flat inking brush recently, for most things, and it is so much nicer to draw with. Because here I have to like color into the liner because the liner is transparent in places or translucent. I don't care. It's not messy. Actually, it's adding a little something to the comics. No, it's definitely messy. This is just messy. um, That's alright. I spend way too much time getting all the lines to be clean. Here's the thing, I don't care, and nobody on social media is going to care because they look at these comics for about maybe 5 seconds average, and then they go cool, and then they breathe slightly out of their nose. Maybe they'll press a little heart, and then they'll scroll up. Like it's I don't it's not high on my priority list. Something I do wish I could do though is manually pick out these shadow colors, but I just don't have time for that. So we are going to use a multiply layer. I think this one could be really nice if it had a yellow background. So let's do that. And then let's offset that a little bit with like a purple bottom. I think could be nice. Maybe red. That's too. Let's try this. This looks bad. What if I do white? Yeah, I dig that. Okay, cool. To be honest, I grew so accustomed to it. I think the messiness looks nicer. I don't think. I think messy line art can be charming. I think it has to be very. I think it has to be built into the design though, and the way I do it is not built into the design. I appreciate it though, y'all. Y'all are very sweet right now. Also, look at this. Color is so weird. They're straight up pink. This is like as pink as you can get. Uh, but in these, they look kind of brown. Isn't art weird? Shrivel can do no wrong. Long Dragon, go do your work. Don't you have like 3 projects too? Something I notice a lot, uh, since getting a screen tablet that is like the same color. Uh, Something I notice a lot since getting a screen tablet is I zoom in way less because I can just kind of like lean in toward my screen, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a thing I noticed. Let's change their hat color to be a little bit darker so that it jumps out from the background. That's way too yellow. What if we tried making it lighter? That could be nice. A little bit less light. A little bit more light. A little bit more. That's good. That's just you locking in. The tones of the color also depends on the colors they're paired with. Yeah, that's color theory, baby. All right, let's clean this up. Make that white. Get all this to be indigo. Hi, Trimask. Become a strip to zoom in, basically. I have a decent understanding of color theory, but I can never put into words for my friends. See, I used to also say I had a good grasp on color theory, but there's just so much to learn. Um, uh, 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 like a technical level, and so much of it is so irrelevant to me as somebody who does not paint. So I would say I have a pretty decent grasp of applying basic color theory, but also color can be applied in so many ways, right? I feel like to really get like a full grasp of color theory is impossible unless you like paint in like a million different styles and get super experimental. And I'm like, I don't feel like putting in that much work for something I don't care that much about. I just make art because I think it's fun. Let's make this a little bit less orange. I like how that looks a lot. Sure, well, can you move over so I can see what Kip is saying in the fourth panel? Sure. It's true, art is fun. It is. Your color theory is really good. Appreciate it. Thanks for lurking, Silvery Linings. All right. Oh, whoops! I forgot to color his scoots, as I've learned that they're referred to as. Guys, Duncan and Eddie look nothing like goats and crocodiles, and I don't know what to do with this. Do you know how awkward it is every single time I introduce the comic to somebody and they're like, oh, so is he supposed to be like a cat or something? It's a cat and a dinosaur, right? Okay, but like Duncan and Kip are kind of a power couple. That's not. I think Eddie's a cat. I don't know. He has a snout. He's a snout. He doesn't have like anything that's emblematic of a goat other than horns. Um he looks weird, but that's okay. I like comics. So I kind of want to float toward in this palette. But just want to shift it to be a lot cooler. Um so let's make their ooh, what if we kind of made this like very desaturated? And that's what makes it jump from the I think also maybe this we could do like a white background could be interesting. I think I like that. I think that's the way to go. I'm not gonna go white. I'm gonna go light purple. I think just so it pops out a little bit from the edge of the background. Um, maybe dark blue, a little bit more red. Okay, cool. Hi, Sherville. Hi, Skoger. I feel like I recognize your name. Didn't I? Didn't I do a commission for you? He never recognizes my name, bro. I remember because I don't like doing commissions, but I was like I'll do it this time. I'll do it this one time. Your name do be some guy, yes. Eddie literally dressed as a cat once. That's true, but that was like 3 years ago. Are you opening comms? Here's a little secret for you guys. I'm not opening comms. I did this like last winter, I think. I did this like 5 months ago. uh, I do. I'm planning though. Okay, you didn't hear from me. I'm planning on opening commissions this summer. I don't know how many I'll do, but I kind of need some money. So, uh, that's the plan. Not desperately, but that's if that is of interest to anybody. I don't care what the price is, I'm there. Some guy guess I've drawn free art for you plenty of times before on stream, like live in front of people. I need to turn off you. Is it? Where is this? Oh. You have my PayPal, don't you? If I could, I would get a con from you. We'll see. Um, I still don't really like doing commissions, but I'll I'll do it. Something else I tend to do a lot is uh I I do my colors just because I think it's so fun. Uh is I'll like desaturate things to make things look more yellow, like this. Um, but that it's what I'm very used to doing. But I'm trying to be more be less accurate with my colors and kind of approach colors more as less so as neutral, no, less so as local colors with light applied onto them, and more as colors in and of themselves, and kind of look at it as a palette instead, which has been really fun. um so I'm gonna make this. I'm not really digging this desaturated look, by the way. um if I'm being entirely honest, so I think I'll bring in some more color. But that's why I just made the hat pink instead of a more desaturated, because I think that looks really cool. Just popping in to say hi, working tonight. The stream goes well. If it's longer than 2 hours, may pop in again. I don't know if it'll be longer than 2 hours, but I'll stream however long I feel like. Ah. Commissions get super awkward. I can't even ask for them properly. Just ask. Ask and be ready if they say no. Doesn't need to be a big thing. Support small artists though, guys. I remember back when I was like a teen, just getting like my first commission from a friend was so incredibly like exciting and scary and fun. Um, support small artists. Let's make those eyes really bright. I really like that actually. Hi, Aim. Why so early? It's 4 in the afternoon. uh, let's try desaturating this. I'm not super feeling this so far. Or not desaturating. Let's try making this more blue. I've never heard somebody say my stream was too early. That was new. All right, how do I feel about that? Do I like that more or do I like that less? Um, I think I like this more. Let's make this a little bit less blue though. Okay. It's early for you, Shrivel? Yeah. It's 7 p.m. here. Hello, East Coaster, I assume. Only commissions I ever got were for friends, lol, but it's super fun. No, support your friends. It's great. I feel like my streams are usually at 12 a.m. Yeah. IDK, it's 1 a.m. here. Europe moment? I think. That's like Europe, right? That's like Brazil. Okay. I don't know South America time zones at all. I'm so sorry. Well, hello from Brazil. In Euroland. Oh, is that Europe? I've never seen someone spell Europe like with like a Y. He doesn't know continent chats. He's landing. Okay, question. This is, I might sound like an idiot, but from Spain. Hello. I almost said adios. um, you're from Germany. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, question chat. Continents. So there's seven continents, right? North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Antarctica. Wait, wait, hold on. And then, wait. Okay, so when I was in kindergarten, when I was in kindergarten, I was taught it was Australia, but in college, I was taught it's Oceania. Was there like a cultural shift? Or is it like multiple names or like different regions of the world classify it differently? Like continent division is arbitrary, no real right answer. Is there not like a universally agreed on answer? I feel like agreeing on the number of continents. Oceania? Alright, gotcha. Bring back Pangea, honestly. There's not a universally agreed on answer? That's so annoying. I feel like that's like a pretty low bar to agree on. Is the number of continents, or at least what a continent. Well, I guess, I guess people can't really agree on the number of countries, and countries are like governed usually under like one body, right? I don't know, man. I just draw comics. Oceania is kind of Australia plus New Zealand plus all the Pacific Islands. So that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Was that it's Australia then surrounding islands. America can't even use a universal measuring system. Dude, the European continent is connected to the Asian continent, so it's arbitrary and Euro and eccentric. That's fair. I was wondering if it was like maybe like a cultural kind of like divide sort of deal where it's like similarity in history and culture connects different regions and stuff like that, or if it's just like colonialism. That's usually like a pretty safe thing to point towards. As an Australian, Australia is a country, however, the landmass is such a size that it's debated as a separate continent. I see, I see. Um, you're from Australia. Isn't it like isn't it like 5 in the morning in Australia right now? It is colonialism? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I feel like it's kind of impossible to talk about history without history is just colonialism. I feel like there's no part of it that isn't influenced by. Sorry, this is like a weird conversation that I'm like horribly not qualified to talk about. I just make comics. It's 9 a.m. for them? Whoops. I don't know. I thought freaking. I'm terrible at times, man. Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? 5 a.m. Sure, if I'm trying to watch Thai, stop getting political. Sorry. I feel like that's not very political, though. Okay, cool. Well, I make comics, so that's my contribution to society. 7 hours behind, but tomorrow. Gotcha. I'm not gonna remember that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Australia. I know it's 8 a.m. in Japan because it's 12 hours of first from here. Cool. I don't know why I said that so dismissively. That's funny. Uh, is this dark or is this dark later? I feel like this is not that dark. There we go. I think that I desaturated everything. Everything was more saturated, but I was like, it hurts my eyes. Uh, I don't think I need this. I don't think I need this background. What if I can make it look like it's shaking? Originally, this was gonna be like repeating in the background, but I kind of messed up the composition, so I can't really do that. I think I might be able to if I do this, lower the opacity, make this grow. Let's really lower that opacity, like 8%. Please. Um, let's do this. So we're gonna go to filter, blur, motion blur, and does this look good? Lower the opacity of that. How's that? Does that look good, guys? It kind of just makes it look like it's glowing. Um, I don't like it. Let's make this like a little bit. Can I like stretch this? That's kind of funny. I like that. Let's make this one really wide. Does that look good? I could also just have it kind of just like floating around. That might just look more like a watermark. I think that might look pretty good actually, but I don't know, guys. I find it easy to commit to drawing while watching other people stream art. I get that. I get that. Okay, I'm dipping out for real to lock in. Good luck, Long Dragon. Take care. Do I have a favorite drink? I like strawberry milk a lot, but I don't really. I'm not a drink guy. I don't really buy. Uh, like whenever my friends will uh 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 often ask to go out to like a little like cafe with me. And I just won't buy anything. I don't like buying drinks. It feels wasteful. Cause water is so based. It's so easy to access, and then I just drink it, and then I'm good. I'm a water guy. I also hate soda, like a lot. Um, and I don't drink alcohol or anything. So I don't really have too much, or I don't drink coffee either. So I don't really have any incentive. Water and fruit juice are the best. Fruit juice is so much. I could also do something like this. So it's then I'll probably make these like red or something. No, that's too busy. I don't really like that. All right, we're going with this. I like this. Let's put this at the top. And then let's center this a little bit more. Um, and there's a little bit of, there we go. A little bit of color discrepancy I'd like to fix. Everything looks good. I kind of want to desaturate some of this, but I'll do that when I'm coloring line work. There's no blush in this, which is nice. So I don't need to do any of that. We have a little bit of a visual thing here. So just because this white is way too close in value to the background, so I think I might just redo that. Let's take this, fix some of this. Go to my inks. I'm going to erase this. Fix up this a little bit. There's gonna be a gap in the background, but I don't really care. Oh, that's colored in. Yeah, there's gonna be some small gaps. I don't really care. So I'm not gonna fix them. I might fix this tree actually. Yeah, let's fix the tree. Let's fix the cloud while I'm at it. I'm gonna take our flat brush. We're just gonna move it so that it's covered by the tree. Let me make sure it doesn't overlap with the text. I'm gonna write a little hop. Hop. There we go. No blushing in a Duncan and Eddie comic? They're not. Oh no, there is blush. There's blush right there. Never mind, I couldn't help myself. Is this a book? It's a webcomic I make called Duncan and Eddie. You can find it at Twitter, Blue Sky, Tumblr, Webtoons, or Instagram, or Patreon. There will always be blushing in some form in Duncan and Eddie. Yeah. Listen, I like blushing. I think it's cute. You can't fault the guy. Speaking of water, look at me. When are we getting a book version of every Duncan and Eddie comic? Yeah, you get an entire book for each comic. I'm not really digging how this highlight on the nose looks, so I'm just gonna adjust that. That works. That looks fine. I don't like how Kip looks in this third panel, but I don't care enough to fix it. Because I have more comics to make. Oops, I forgot the color of Speech Bubble. I'm gonna write that as a reference layer. Go into my bucket, fill this in. Oop. Cool. What is Gummy Goo? Is that like a Pokemon? This is kind of bothering me. From the new oh, I have not watched Amazing Digital Circus, much to the much to the efforts of several friends of mine. Will there ever be another arc slash multi-part like True Colors? Yes. Soon. And by soon I mean maybe in like 2 or 3 months. But they'll be built up. It's fine. I've heard it's very good. And it's made by a very small team. An independent animation, especially that's produced for free or that's like released for free, is insane. So I think the fact that it exists alone is so incredibly cool. That being said, I have not seen it. There's a lot of things I need to see. I haven't seen. Your new arc, we are winning. Listen, all I'm saying is, there's an awful lot of comics, that are about that have Kip and Duncan in them, and I'm just saying, maybe Kip's confidence will perchance be uh 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 getting a little bit stronger, and they will be maybe pushed to pursue something that they wanted to pursue for a very long time. You guys need to watch more non-furry media. That does sound like something I have said. How often do I stream? Not often. I stream like once every like other month, maybe. I don't really like streaming, but I stream sometimes. It's about Kip and Mason. It is the arc. So if you like them, go look forward to it. And if you don't, sorry. It's called. Well, you'll see what it's called in like 3 weeks. And if we have time, I'm gonna be sketching the the first comic or the last comic before the arc starts. So that'll be fun. Cool, cool, cool. Um, we'll see. I would love if I could make more than one comic a week, but they're just so detailed and so labor intensive. Um, why is it so saturated? Oh, because that's like basically white. Um, it's also at full opacity. I want these shadows to be super, super bright. Where do I want the light to be coming from? Let's do to the side, because that's where the shadow is. Throw tomatoes at me. You'll see it. You'll see it in like a month. I also don't want to overpromise stuff. I'm still working on it. As you can see. But I have a logo ready for it, so it is uh official. I also have a very cool thing planned out with Duncan and Eddie, that's just been sitting in my drafts for like months. um but I got super sad and super burnt out on the comics. So I didn't make it. And now I'm no longer sad or burnt out on the comics, but now I have no time. so, so it's been a bit of a struggle. Kit finds the confidence to knit a sweater. I could see that. I don't like how that is playing with his skin tone at all. I'm just gonna do that. I don't really want too much light on his face. Oh, I hate how that looks on Kip. Man, I really would love to do my own colors. I could try doing this. So I guess normal than doing that. something like that. Problem is, I just have to go very dark with this if I do that. The main thing is the jacket. Yeah, I don't think I can really do that. All right. Oh, look at that tangent on their hat. Ew. But look at this too. This is something else I've been trying to this is something else I've been trying to do a lot more is like a little rule I had for myself was I would never let the characters overlap the speech bubbles. And I would never let the speech bubbles overlap the characters. You can see me doing both of that right here. So I'm trying to have a little bit more fun with art and maybe try to pursue it as like a higher medium instead of just doodling all the time, which is what I normally do. But I'm getting rambly. Which to be honest, if you don't like if you don't like it when people are rambly, I don't know what you're doing in this stream. That's like most of what I do is ramble. I'm a bit of a yapper. But that's alright. It's a very chill stream today. I don't really feel like being all energetic. I'm very tired. As I normally am. Yapping is entertaining. Alright. What font do I use? It's a custom font that I made myself. It's of my own handwriting. Um, that I made like 3 years ago. But to be honest, uh, if I were to make a different comic, I would use a different font. I would, cause I kind of want to. If I've been workshopping some other like non-Duck and Eddie comic stuff, and it's very different. Just like style wise, pacing wise, story wise, and it's been really fun to just kind of like do some visual development for that, and explore kind of some of that. Because I love Duncan Eddy, but uh, it's very constraining at times, which kind of goes counterintuitive to being an artist. Kip is rocking that Fred Jones outfit. I don't know who that is. Can I be honest, you guys? I stole this outfit from Splatoon. They have like a pink hoodie with like a button-up shirt underneath it that pokes over. This font only exists in the Doginacafe universe. Yeah. Splatoon. I was a huge Splatoon person when I was a freaking teen. And then 3 came out and I was like, I don't have time for this. And also the community really annoyed me. The community got me more angry than the Smash community, which is insane to me. I used to love competitive Smash. It is my most played game. Um uh I used to love that like the competitive side so much. Um but man, that group of people, the kind of people that that community attracts and that game attracts is a different crowd. Let me tell you. 3 does not hit the same as 2 did, and now everyone just argues online. Um, I'm inclined to agree, but also 2 came out during when I was. There's definitely some nostalgia glasses going on, so I try not to be too critical of it. Look, here's the thing: if you just play the game and you just like it, and you just think it's like cool to like see new stuff and play the game, and you're like a teenager, like the group of people that the game is made for and marketed towards, it's a great game. If you are a gamer, if you are a sweaty gamer, um, there are many areas where the game does not cater to you, I would say. Here's my thing. I don't play Splatoon 3. I played the DLC. The DLC was really fun and really cool, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then I was like, cool. And then I got my fill of the game. That's more than enough for me. I saw your posts on Instagram. It's so cool. It's perfect. Just like the comics in general. I don't think I posted anything unique on Instagram, like ever. Instagram might be my most neglected social media. Octo expansion hit exceptionally hard. Yeah. Kind of want to keep some of these shapes simple. Final Fest, it was very cool. Um, but I will say I am hard nostalgia glasses in. I could draw an inkling from memory. I'll do that later because I want to just kind of focus on drawing right now. I'm just gonna shade the characters to start. Let's have a little bit of Duncan's shadow cast on Kip. I think that'd be very nice. Let's just draw in the shadow with this. Uh, let's draw in the shadow with this opacity. Normally, I have a shadow for um. I have a shadow layer for. I'm gonna shade that in so the contrast stays the same. Actually, I'm gonna leave it like that. Normally, I have a shadow. I have shadow layer for backgrounds and a shadow layer for characters. Um, I'll do that still, but actually, let's pretend that there's like a wall here and it's casting a shadow on Duncan. I think it'd be nice. Um, man, I hate how this looks. I wish I could change that so much. I probably will. So let's put this in shadow. Then let's put all of this in shadow, and then we'll cut this cast shadow to be a little bit harder, like right there. I really would like a little bit of that leg layer to come in, but I just don't think it would. Maybe I'll show a little bit in this panel. Also, Duncan gets like huge in this drawing. Uh, if you look at like the actual like anatomy of like where they are, it's a little bit off, but I don't really care. The last boss of Splatoon 3 was Midtown. I thought it was fun. I liked it. Ugh. Have I ever played Rain World? I have not. I watched my friend play some of it though. Raid World, I don't think it's really my kind of game. There are two kinds of games I play: fighting games and slice of life, like life sims, which a little bit opposite ends, I would say, but you know, I think that describes me pretty well. That being said, I can't stand Stardew Valley. I don't know why. I know it's a good game, but something about Stardew Valley just like stresses me out and is so not fun. Persona and farming sims will always be my thing. Persona's good. I watched my friend play through P3 Reload. It is great. They made that game from scratch basically. It is so different from P3. Which is really cool to see. I don't know why there's just like a big flat shadow there. There we go. My friend refused to use the dog though, and I was so sad. Playing the original P3 and playing the remake later has turned me into a giant nerd. They're good games. When are you gonna pick up Souls? I'm literally never gonna play Dark Souls. It is, first off, my computer would combust. Secondly, I had truly have zero interest in anything about Dark Souls. I've not played Xenoblade. Come on. Well, I played Tunic. That's close enough. There's dodge rolling. That's an element in Dark Souls. I played Hollow Knight. You should try Chicory. I love Chicory. Greg Lobanov. Wander Song was one of my favorite games. It was my favorite game for like the longest time. Uh, Played through Chicory with my partner. Love that game to bits. One of my favorite games of all time. Super excited for Beastie Ball. I love Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's a great game. Hollow Knight did look. I love Hollow Knight. It's really easy to remember the highs. That game got me so angry at times. I remember I texted my friend verbatim like multiple times while playing Hollow Knight. This is the most angry I've ever gotten on a video game. So then you finish Wander Song. It's a hard game to try to pick up again because it's so story heavy. It's a good game though. Unless you're talking like post game fights. No, there's a few fights in the game that are just very annoying. Um, I also don't. I'm not like a huge gamer, so I don't have. I'm not. It's like a skill issue, but it's also like not fun at times. Like Watcher Knights, very annoying. Uh, uh, Freaking Nosk, very annoying. Um, Trying to remember other ones. Oh, freaking who's the teleporting dude who flies around the ghost? Him in the freaking arena, miserable. Oh my god, I don't like the Pantheon at all. We got stuck on Nosk. You are part of the problem. No, not Elder Who. Uh, Yeah, Hollow Knight, it's not for everyone. It's very fun though. Have I played Guilty Gear? I have. I enjoy Guilty Gear, as I have mentioned multiple times on stream. I promise, Bestie, he's not bad when you hit the jump button. Some guy, yes. No offense. But I think when somebody is expressing their frustration with a game and your first response is to uh 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 I would say poke fun at their struggle with the game, that is not only the fastest way to make them angry, but also extremely you saying that has made me like these fights less. I beat the game, okay? I just didn't beat the Pantheon. I 100% the game, I just didn't beat the Pantheon, okay? I love Hollow Knight. But the fights made me mad when I was playing the game. You saying that isn't gonna make me like the fights less. Or like the fights more. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I can time him out if you want. Look, I have... My pride is on the line, you guys. You don't understand. I don't have money for Hollow Knight at the moment. Games do be expensive. I feel like games aren't... I feel like of all the hobbies, though, games are maybe more accessible at times, because like picking up like art as a hobby, sketchbooks are so expensive, you guys. And art supply, I paid $2 for one pen, bro. I bought a pad of freaking newsprint for like $30. I was so grumpy. Did I do the Gray Morning quest line? I did. That was honestly not that bad. You just have to be patient. I just didn't do the Pantheon because the Pantheon wasn't fun to me. So I was like, I don't really care about doing this. Games go on sale quite consistently, which is nice unless it's a Nintendo published title, because they don't need to. Nintendo is so stacked. I love indie games though, because they are. I love supporting small creators, and I think they have a certain charm and willingness to push the medium. And also they're more affordable. That's me. Thank me. I'm welcome. I've heard good things about Ooblets. 30% off for a $60 game? That seems like not bad at all. 30% off $60? Isn't that like... Oh no, don't do math. Don't do math on stream. Don't do math on stream. Isn't that like I'm so scared to be wrong, you guys. Isn't that like $20 off? Like 18, 15? It's $100. Thank you, comment. Like $20 off is pretty good. You're not a real sale until you're pulling Yakuza, making like 2/3 of the series. $5. That is crazy that they do that. In my country, a Nintendo game costs around 30% of minimum wage. No, see, here's the Look, if you're talking about like anything outside of NA, I can't really. I don't think I am at all qualified to speak on anything. So I feel like at that point that is maybe less of an issue with Nintendo and more of an issue with the global currency. Alright, gotta head up. Thanks for stopping by, comment. Take care. Do I like how that looks? Yeah. No. Oh. Oh, I should not be yawning. It's 5 p.m. Him, please. Oh, comment. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I really appreciate it. Alright, I'll just make it freaking file. Here, you can have him pixely. Because I made this canvas too small. I don't even remember what he looks like. There you go. There you go. Hey Shervy, what did the dog say in the cafe? I don't know. What did he say? That Duncan's dad? It is Duncan's dad. Whoops, I just deleted my shade color. Whoops, I forgot to color his shoe. Boop. There we go. I'd like a puppuccino. Thank you, Gaby. Thank you, Gaby. This is why I appreciate you, Gaby. So I appreciate you being here. A pot, perhaps? Uh, let's just do some big general shadows. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Uh, I'm gonna make it look like this is touching the ground. It doesn't look like that because Duncan's leg is totally messing with the perspective. But I don't care. I'm not fixing it. Let's put all of this in shadow. Oop. Alright, I'm leaving Mr. Derrick. Have a nice evening and stream. Take care, Dry Mask. Don't throw the Eddie plush into a wall. Oh, Dry Mask, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Alright, take care, bud. I'll probably stop streaming after I finish this comic, so another like half hour maybe. Yes, you have access to my mediocre mediocre emotes that I made 2 years ago. If I stream more, I'll make emotes probably, maybe, probably not. Time to league? No, bro. You Trimask, it's not too late. You don't have to play league. You can choose not to play league. You can stay with us. Don't fall into that black abyss. What is a banana emote even supposed to mean? It's because I hate bananas. Don't ask me why. I can't do a tangent right now. They're just nasty. So okay, I guess thank you for the six gifted subs. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna change this music in a little bit too. I'm getting a little bit tired. I feel like we've heard these songs already. If I ever touch a league again, I fear I may actually give it a chance. Look, you're free to make whatever decisions you like. There's other games than League. Look, if you can play League and have fun, you're stronger than I am, and do whatever you want. That is maybe just not something uh that is in my stars. What I'll say. Think I'll go play Overwatch. Bye. Travis, you don't have to play League, much less announce it to the chat. This is you're digging your own grave. He's playing League again. That's funny. What does Crisp think about you playing League? I come back and tries playing League again. Seems you have carved out a bit of a reputation for yourself. Oh, I'm a little tired. They sent me a gif of a shower multiple times. That's funny. Well, hygiene is important. GIF. He can't say G. Look, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, but I am saying it right. I just say GIF because otherwise it sounds like gift. Same reason I say aunt instead of aunt. Oh, oh no, I'm yawning. That's not good. I may change this shading color because it's a little heavy for this scene. Oh my god, their hand is huge in this drawing. Whatever. This is gonna look so much better once I color the line art. I heard GIF is American and GIF is everywhere else. How to keep that's true? No, I've definitely met a lot of Americans that say GIF. Let's put his face in shadows. Make sure not tangent. Oh man, I am starting to get a headache. I did not sleep a particularly large amount last night, so I think maybe I'm feeling some of the effects of that. Why is that so gray? I'm gonna make that more saturated. There we go. Cool, cool. This comic was different originally. This comic originally was uh this comic was originally the first panel was the same thing, but the second panel was gonna be keeping like uh 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 not that I looked like trying to like hit on you or anything. Like you're really great, but I mean I don't mean like I don't like you like that. Like oh my god, I would never even like want to like they just totally start like blabbing, and getting like all flustered. And then the fourth panel would be Duncan be like, ah, I see. So they're just like this to everyone. But I thought that was too similar to this is an old comic I wrote. Um, I thought that was too similar to this comic. Because it was like basically the same beats. So I swapped it to this. Sure, but what inspires you to stream when you're under the worst conditions? This is just what I'm like always. uh this is just what it's like with me. Oops. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Good app. Thank you. This comic takes so long to make, you guys. There we go. That looks good. Uh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Uh, all right. What's next? Now we do lighting. Um, I feel like using the let's use normally I use glow, but glow tends to make things look kind of plasticky. Let's use screen. Because this really oh, I didn't do the shadows in the background. Whoops. Uh, I don't really like how dark that made some of these. So tell you what, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this fourth panel, and I'm just gonna lighten it a little bit and saturate a little bit more. Something like that. Oh, good. Before and after. And let's take this shadow color. And let's just drag it across their face, just so we get a little bit more uh, a dynamic shadow in there. Lighten their eyes so it pops out. Um, let's put the bottom of their face in shadow. To kind of have simple face geometry, so there isn't really too much I can add in terms of shadow shapes. Let's put this part in shadow. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I guess I'll do background shadow now. Let's put it like 20%. Uh, and grab this color, and we're just gonna add some big, big shadows in the background just to kind of occupy space. And make this scene. That's the wrong layer. And make the scene just feel a little bit more cohesive and lifelike. These shadows don't really have to make sense, but as long as they look fine. Let's add just like one big cast shadow over this background here, just to add a little bit more uh, 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 dynamic to the background shapes. And I'll just add some various shadows in these leaves. Nobody's like paying attention to them. It's fine if the shadows change a little bit between scenes because you don't focus on it. This whole tree is going to be in shadow just to help differentiate it a little bit from the scutes on his head. I'm just going to cast a big cast shadow right there. Where's it come from? I don't know. Like your colors a lot? Thank you. Uh, but it adds a little bit more directionality to this, leads the eye a little bit more towards Duncan, and just adds a little bit more action to the piece. And then we're going to add a little shadow there. That's all the shadows that I need. Now we're going to go to this side marker that I really like. I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight to some of these areas where I want the light to hit a little bit more. Doesn't need to be a huge amount, just enough to make it pop a little bit more. Especially some of these darker areas where it loses a little bit of that tone. We're just gonna lighten up a little bit. And I'll add a little bit on this car just to make it seem a little bit more metallic, a little bit more chrome, right? And a little bit of that reflective light. Uh, I'm just gonna set it to add. Let's do like a more saturated yellow. Yeah, add a little bit to his shoulder here. Just a little bit. I don't want to lighten it too much. Just kind of in areas that need a little bit more definition. Guys, it's not about making sense. It's about making things look cool. That's like almost verbatim what my what one of my illustration professors told me is like the first thing, the most important thing about your piece is not understanding the composition, it's not understanding like color theory or anything like that. It's about making sure it still looks cool to you. Because if it doesn't look cool, then why are you drawing it? I'm like, so true, honestly. I strive to be like that. Then let's grab a little. And let's just add a little bit of that bounce light in the shadows. A little bit of ambient light there. That's just for me lying. That works. Then just add a little bit more volume to the face with this last bit of light. There we go. That looks good. So a little bit before and after, really small, subtle difference, but I think it adds a lot. Now we add our overlay layer. Set a little bounding box. Go to my big gradient. I want like a really deep blue. That looks good. And let's make this pink, but kind of make it not that saturated because I don't want to introduce too much color. So this is more just going to be to introduce a little bit more tonality and direction. Add a little bit of pink in Duncan here. This time we're going to match that a little bit. But this time we're going to put this little bit of blue in here. I'm going to put that pink streak. I don't really feel this pink. I'm going to go yellow. And just kind of pull the viewer a little bit more towards these characters. And this is where it's going to be really apparent. I kind of don't want this to be more saturated, if I'm entirely honest. So I'm just going to add a bit of a gradient here, and then a little bit of a highlight. I can't really add too much gradient to the background because it's so light, and overlay doesn't really affect white. And then for these, same thing. So we're going to add a little bit of shadow there, a little bit of a gradient there, a bit of gradient here. And then I actually really want this to be gray. So I'm just going to put a little bit more visual on their eyes. So it kind of looks like they're glowing. A little bit of shadow shapes there. And this background looks like really boring. You kind of can't see them. So we're gonna do some small adjustments. Everyone's favorite. I kind of want to see their neck here, so I'm gonna just add a little bit of color here, so you can see a little bit of their body. I might lighten that. I feel like I may have darkened it a little bit too much. Something that could be nice is either to lighten this background a little bit more, and then maybe we'll add in some kind of visual effects. So something like this. That doesn't look good. Maybe we could add in some little line streaks to give a little bit more direction. It could be nice. There we go. Do I like that? I think if I do that, I need to pull them down more. So really get all the way up to there. Beanie. Sorry, Chad. I'm not reading chat right now. I'm a little focused. Alex, hi. Hello, Cannoli Croc. Some guy gifts. Thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. I don't hate green. Oh, I hate green a little bit. Hey, I love you. Give some weevies. Are you sure about how's it goes? I'm doing fine, Depter. Thanks for stopping by. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, boop. Sorry, gamers. I'm a little focused right now, so you're not getting the incredibly enthralling Duncan and Eddie insight as I try to figure out what the heck I'm doing. There we go. That looks weird. um, guys, I'm so close. I swear. Let's do like something like that. That works. Looks a little weird, but it works. Okay. How do I feel about this comic? Panel 4 is way too dark. Um. Uh. Let's make this a bit bigger. Uh. Let's try lightening it up again. That's the wrong layer. Boop. Bop. Way saturating it. I think I'd like it like a little bit less purple, honestly. If I'm saturating it, because I want to see a little bit more of this color coming through. So, I don't feel like fixing it myself. Ugh, I'll have to fix it manually. Whatever. Um, it's too monotone, so we're just gonna separate these colors a little bit more. I'm gonna make this a little bit more purple, so introduce a little bit more of that warmth again. Ooh. Make this slightly more red. That's way too red. There we go, that's fine. And let's make this straight up pink. And Duncan can be just straight up blue. I think Duncan would be super saturated. His problem is he's really similar in tone to his jacket. That looks good. And then we're also gonna need a lighter tone for the little like soft part. There we go. Cool, cool. That's looking pretty good. Let's actually make this is something I was debating on for a while. Let's make that white. I think it just looks better. So now, whoops, too many layers. How do we feel about this? I think the shadow layer needs to cut off on Duncan. So we'll cut this away a little bit and chop that away. So it's only chop that away and then we'll do that. I think that looks alright. Let's scooch this a little bit to the left. Do I have a Discord for Patreons only? No, I don't have a Discord at all. I don't want to moderate a Discord. I'm not afraid of people, okay? I just don't want to moderate a Discord. And honestly, I don't know if there'd be much to talk about in that Discord. If I did open one, it would definitely be patrons only, though. Would you be my Discord moderator? Some guy, I guess. Okay. Yes. Also, bestie, while I got you, what the hell is that new profile picture? The cat? I don't know what you're talking about. My profile picture is just a little cat. He's just a little kitty cat. You're acting kind of strange, SUG. Are you alright? It's just a funny little cat. I feel like this really benefits from having this like really high contrast for the shadows. I'm seeing a little bit of pink in his sleeve that's kind of bugging me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and carve that out really quick. Whoosh. The other one, it's the holding breath meme. It's not anymore. So I guess I don't know what you're talking about. Are you alright? You feeling okay? Chat, I think some guy guys might be losing it. I feel like he's not really. I don't know. My profile picture is just a cute little cat. Maybe you should lie down for a little bit. I don't think. What do you have against cats, man? Cats are just cute. Cats are cute. I think some guys maybe you should like relax a little bit. I feel like you're kind of stressed right now. You're kind of high strung. Maybe take it easy, bro. SGG dog person confirmed. You're allergic to cats? That's sad. He's allergic to driving. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's should be nearing completion with this comic. We can lighten that background tone a little bit, I think. think that should be good, and then I'll just go through and manually lighten some of these spots. And I think some of these need to be darker, like this. That looks good though. I'd like that. Uh, and now we get to do this. We go through and lighten some of these lines. Yay! Uh, let's start off with just Duncan's tail. Make that all lighter. Make this. I think we could go something more red for Kip. I almost said Mason. Make that a little bit darker. Get their fingers. This little tail pattern. Cool, cool. Make that light blue. I feel like this comic doesn't really need very heavy uh uh uh, line work color because a lot of it is very purple. Either way. So I'm not feeling terribly pressed to make this look super good in that regard. I think some of these close-up shots really need it though. And this hat should be red. Ooh. Then we'll add a little bit here. Color that hat. Color some of this. Bump. Darken this. Cool, cool, cool. This is really messy, but I really don't care right now, to be honest. I just want to finish this. Let's change some of these sweat drop colors because I'm not really digging it. Let's make them a little bit darker. A little bit lighter. Quite a bit lighter. There we go. Okay. And last thing I do for every comic is I change the text color. So I'm gonna select all these balloons and let's make it light purple. Cool. You're gonna be this color. Pop. Then these two are also gonna be light purple. Pop. Nope. There we go. And then because this was manually drawn in, we're gonna change this color. Boop. And then we're gonna change the text color for everything to be dark blue. Cool, cool. And this was manually drawn, so this also needs to be manually colored. Cool. I think we should be done. Unless I want to add something to this scene, which I think I do actually. This background. I'm gonna go to my background layer, get a color that's like slightly orange, maybe a little bit pinkish. And we're just gonna draw in some like little flowers. I think would be really cute. I think that's cute. All right. Ta-da! Look what we made, chat. Sure, was most of this already colored when I started streaming? Yeah. But, you know. Yay! Good job, chat. We made a comic. Uh, That took how long did that take? That took 2 hours. Good lord. These comics take a long time to make because they're very detailed. You guys want to see tomorrow's comic? I'm just gonna save this really quick. Export this. Go to comics. This is comic 104. Appreciation. Cool, cool. I will make the webtoons version later because I don't feel like it right now. Yay! Alright, this is tomorrow's comic. Panel 1. They're in like Kip's apartment. And Duncan turns around, he like rears his head. Wait, you and Mason live together? And you haven't asked them out yet? And Kip's like, well, I just don't want to ruin our relationship. We have something really special. Whoops, I see an error. I just don't want to risk compromising that at all. Not even a little bit. I think you overthink things. What do you mean? I think it's cute. Wait a minute, your profile picture is actually a cat. When did you change it back? I don't know what you're talking about. I never changed it. It was always a cat. It's just like a little guy. I spotted an error. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. That's tomorrow's comic. The reason it exists, A, it's kind of funny, and B, I have to remind people who don't remember that they have a crush on Mason. Duncan calling out the overthinking is so funny. Hey, it takes one to know one, right? This is an Eddie expression. Right here. I guaranteed, I think I've drawn this exact panel with Eddie before. I think actually no shit, this is the Babe comic. Isn't it? Where is it? It's the same face. It's the same face. It's the same comic. He even has the hand up. Oh well, his hand's like on his shoulder, I guess. They're merging into one being. Also, the comic where Duncan asks him and his sister about kids. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that comic. That's an old comic. I remember that comic did not do well. Um, yeah, yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, ew. Is that orange? Why'd I use orange? Wow, the colors in this comic kind of bad, you guys. Oh my god, you can see Duncan's car! Guys, look, you can see him, the boy. Also, he's putting on his jacket right now, but the sleeve is already rolled up. This sleeve should be extended all the way. Oh my god, look how small his chin is. I draw his chin so big now. Oh, look how much older he looks. Oh, this Eddie looks bad. Eddie's face used to be round. It's round sometimes. It's still round sometimes. Um, there's like a good example. Sometimes I draw it pointy, sometimes I draw it round. But here, look, it's rounding out. This is a funny drawing. He looks like such a baby. That's funny. This is a good drawing. I like this drawing. I should have put like scan lines on it or something though. I love your art progression. It goes from cute to cuter. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I definitely draw them looking a little bit older. Oh my god, look, they look like actual such babies. Look how much older they look now. That's so weird. They actually look like babies here. That's so funny. They still look like babies here. Guys, I hate this panel. Look how long I made their legs. It's cause their feet are pointed down. But like your feet should not be pointed down unless you're stressing it a lot. And this pose does not feel like they're stressing their legs. Also, their hands are so high up. Their hands should be like half the length lower. They do got them dogs out. I think this comic looks cute though. I really like this panel. I think this panel is really fun. I like this comic too. This comic's just me. Well, he does look older. What's this? Oops. Uncle Spotted I Thrive. That's an old comic. But yeah, great work, guys. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I'm probably gonna end stream now. Actually, tell you what, I'll sketch out the comic after that because I meant to and then I didn't. Um, cool. I have written out. Um, all right. You're not. I'm not gonna write any dialogue. But this is the last comic before the start of the Kibbe Mason arc. Um, so it starts out. Uh, I don't have it written out. I have it drawn out, but I can't show you the drawing because there's way too many spoilers there. Uh, there's a Kibbe Mason arc. Oh yeah, there's gonna be. Trust me. You guys see? Let me move myself. You guys see all these? These are all uh 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 comic sketches, and then I have like another like 16 after that. So there's stuff coming, you guys. I promise. Chat. I will say if you want to sneak, no, but that is true. If you want a sneak peek, I posted some stuff on my Patreon. This comic needs to go before this. What uh should they be doing? It was like a very fun, casual thing to do. What's like something like cute that like Doka may be doing? What if he's like Ollie again? He's your Ollie. He has a tongue. There you go. There's your Ollie. Did he get his hands on the burger? He eats a burger in like 3 comics. What if he's like eating pizza? I think that'd be funny. Um, It's like really, it's like molten. There you go. That's cute, right? That's kind of funny. Why your sketches look really clean? This is not clean. You should see my actual when I'm sketching stuff. I will just straight up draw things. Like my sketches normally look like this, and I have to actively stop myself um from sketching like this because I get way too caught up in the details, and then my poses end up looking really flat, and I don't want to change stuff. So something I've been doing semi recently is I've been forcing myself to sketch a lot looser. So I'll draw something like this, just so I don't get as caught up in the details. Instead of, like really detailing them out. Right, because like now I'm like trying to figure out the pose like as I'm going. Instead of just like letting myself draw like loosely. Like that took like triple the amount of time. The only reason it turned out so nice was because I already drew it beforehand. Hey, remember that time with Eddie's hair? Exactly. Um, Try Mouse, when you gonna go play? When are you gonna play freaking League? What are you still doing here? I think having him set like a table would be nice. Let's set the table kind of like here. There's like a chair or something. Um, First game completed. Did you win? He couldn't have played the average League game is an hour long. That's true. Yeah, look at this guy. He's a gamer. I'm playing a tournament, so I have two more games. You're on a tournament, bro? You're in a league tournament? That's crazy. Let's have them like picking at their like finger. I kind of want them to look a little nervous. Let's have them like rubbing their wrist. Actually, I kind of want them to be like look like they're like walking into the scene. So let's kind of like lean them forward a little bit. Not too much though. Let's turn their head a little bit more. I feel like that's not like reading that well. I'm gonna have them grabbing their shoulder, I think would read a little bit better. But then maybe their like hand is like reaching out. I think could be nice. I'll probably be able to read this later. Let's actually make Duncan's head a little bit bigger because he feels a little bit out of proportion. Um, cool. And Duncan's probably gonna be like talking here. There's his speech bubble. After this, I will not play the game for another 3 weeks or more. All right, you do whatever you. All right, best of luck, brother. Um, what if he's like kind of like looking up? He's kind of like lowering the pizza into his mouth. Doesn't really work that well with the freaking the chompers. He's like the pizza. He's like holding it. Um, I really like looking up. I think maybe if their arm is like over here, their shoulder, that feels a little bit more natural. Um, I don't really like him being cut off. Let's have him lean forward slightly. Uh, and I kind of like his arm like shooting in. Um, there we go. Imagine in a pizzeria, you just see Duncan chopping a pizza like that. I'm debating if I want to change the punchline to this comic because this is a very funny image. Here's Kip. I like talking. There's him like swallowing. There's him like holding the pizza. There's like still like strings of cheese still like attached to it. He's like gripping his chest. There's Kip. This is a good. This is a cute drawing. Here's him like talking. Um, I'm so sorry. Like I'm like thinking, I'm thinking so much about what I'm gonna put in these like speech bubbles and stuff like that. Um, so it's a little hard to narrate this at the same time. Um, I feel like this is a little too similar in scale. So I think what I want to do is I'm just gonna cut off their head like this. And I'm gonna have them just kind of like you can just like see their speech triples sitting around like that. There we go. Don't worry, comment. Don't worry, Bestie. Your comics are always hilarious, no matter what. Thank you. Dream day. I watched Duncan eat pizza. I don't know how to respond to that. Um. So, so this comic would be like he's like mid eating pizza, and Kip's like, hey, could I ask you about something kind of serious? Or could I talk to you about something kind of serious? And Duncan's like he's like or like he's like talking with his mouth full. Kip is just like I just worry sometimes. I've been stuck on Mason for so long. What if I never find anybody who actually likes me back? And they're like you and Eddie make it look so easy. And then Duncan's like swallowing and he's like, you know, I think anybody would be lucky to have you as a friend, and even luckier to have you as a partner. And he's like thinking to himself, it's so hot. And Kip is like, he looks like he's about to cry. That's my idea for this comic. Um, and this is the final comic before the Kip and Mason arc. So if uh that makes you that gives any hints toward the kind of thing I'm working towards. But this has been fun. This has been fun. Uh, this has been fun. I think this will be a good comic. I'm excited for it. I think these are some really funny sketches, and we finished up a comic today. We finished up coloring a comic. So I'm gonna go bounce. I'm gonna go eat some food. Um, thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's been a nice 2 hour stream. Uh, been a nice 2 hour stream. I'm gonna send you guys over to my friend Ty. Uh, Tirade. Um, thank you guys so much for sticking around, even though for a lot of the stream I just wasn't talking. It's been lovely.